The Alienware m15 and m17 gaming laptops have been refreshed at Computex 2019 to include Intel's newest 9th generation CPUs. But they're not just getting hardware upgrades. The design has also been revamped to match the style of the larger Alienware 51M. So let's find out what else is new. Dell is saying that the entire machine has been redesigned to accommodate the 9th gen CPUs, as well as Nvidia's GTX 16 series and RTX 20 series graphics. They can be spec'd right up to the 8-core i9, and like the last generation, the 2070 and 2080 options are max-Q, while the lower options are not. Straight away, we can see how they visually resemble the recent Alienware 51M. The back of both the m15 and m17 have the same lighting and exhaust vents on the back. The screen also has slimmer bezels now, no more huge top and bottom sections. However, it does still appear to have a glossy material like its predecessor. For the screen itself, in the m15 you'll have the option of 1080p 60Hz, 144Hz, 240Hz, or 4K OLED, while the m17 has the options of 1080p 60Hz or 144Hz screen. So if you're after 240Hz or OLED, the m15 is your only option at the moment, until panel manufacturers release new 17-inch options. It does now include Tobii eye tracking down the bottom, making the m15 the first 15-inch laptop to feature it. Dell claim their latest Cryotech 3.0 cooling solution that these new models have increases airflow by over 20% over the last gen m15 and 25% with the m17. The new design uses new materials and wider fans with more blades. I'm very interested to see how this holds up. As we've seen in my previous Alienware m15 and m17 testing, they both ran quite hot while under heavy load. I'm a little skeptical as they have made them thinner as well. And generally less space means it's going to be harder to cool. At their thickest points, both versions are 20.5mm or 0.8 inches thick. They're made out of a magnesium alloy, so felt quite solid while also not being too heavy. The maximum weight for the m15 is 2.1 kilos or 2.6 kilos for the m17. Dell mentioned they're using a hyper-efficient voltage regulator design, with 6-phase CPU voltage regulator and 8-phase for the GPU, more than the older models, and this applies to the 1660 Ti and above configurations, and should allow for higher performance over longer sustained periods. In terms of I/O, on the left from the back is a Kensington lock, air exhaust vent, Ethernet port, USB Type-A port, and 3.5mm audio combo jack. The right just has two USB Type-A ports and air exhaust vent, while the back from left to right has HDMI 2.0B and mini DisplayPort outputs, Type-C Thunderbolt 3 port, graphics amplifier port, and the power input. The lid is clean, with just a 15 or 17 printed towards the bottom corner depending on which model it is, with the Alienware logo in the center towards the top which lights up, matching the power button on the top right above the keyboard. Speaking of the keyboard, it's got Perky Rgb Backlighting, which looked a bit better when compared to the older model, and it's got a 1.7mm travel distance. The m15 doesn't appear to have a numpad, however that looks to be included with the larger m17. The touchpad is glass and uses precision drivers and felt very smooth. Underneath there are air vents towards the back, and just based on how they look, I'd expect these to provide better airflow when compared to the older model. Apart from that, the Alienware 51M was also on display. And while I was at the event filming, I received an email about the 51M being available for me to review when I get back home, so expect a full review on that soon. In the US, both the new m15 and m17 will be available from the 11th of June, starting at $1,500 for both models. I'm keen to hear what you guys think about the new m15 and m17 gaming laptops from Alienware down in the comments. I think they look better, but do you think they've improved the cooling enough to take on the 9th gen 8-core Intel CPUs? We'll find out once I get them in for testing, so make sure you're subscribed for future tech videos like that.